nice firm handshake goes a long way. At Southside Bank, you get that when you walk in the door. But we go one step further. We get to know you by name. Because knowing your name means knowing what influences your financial decisions, your family, your business, your local schools and sports teams, your community. Because at the end of the day, it's not about the hand, but the person who's shaking it. Visit a local Southside branch so we can work with you hand in hand. Southside Bank, members DSE.
With right till 2163 if you work all your shift hours. No experience necessary. Training, opportunities, extra pay reduction, and more benefits packages for all employees. Apply in person at terms and packages. Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Online at pilgrims.com. Pilgrims packages, it's immediate links and wants to talk to you.
At Raising Cane's, we focus on being the best at one thing and getting it right every time. Which is why every chicken finger meal we serve is marinated, hand-battered, cooked to order, and made just for you. Quality isn't complicated, and our menu is pretty.
Raising Cane's chicken fingers. One love.
Get hungry or smart. That's why it works with Cane's.com.
Fans, are you a Texas Farm Bureau member? You're eligible to save all over the Lone Star State, including free tickets to SFA athletic events. Just show proof of your Texas Farm Bureau membership at the box office on the day of the game and receive 2 free tickets to any regular season football, basketball, baseball, or softball home game. For more information, visit TexasFarmBureau.org/sports. Texas Farm Bureau Insurance, proud supporter of SFA athletics. Tickets are available on first-come, first-served basis and are subject to availability with the cancellations and other unforeseen events. For game day information, visit SFAJax.com. Plant the seeds of victory. Every dollar you donate empowers student athletes both on and off the field. Become a Sawmill Collective member today for as little as $10 a month. Your contribution will directly impact our student athlete success. Choose your preferred sport and join us in building a stronger SFA athletics program. Visit SawmillCollective.com and learn more. That's SawmillCollective.com. The Sawmill Collective is a certified Texas nonprofit. 100% donations go directly to student athletes.
Gets it turned because Earl is trying to earn his keep. Earl's got it turned up now so that everybody can hear here tonight. Colby Carthel, Lumberjack head football coach.
Yeah, Colby! Finally, he's back.
Close things out because, as I said, when you think March 4th, you think March 5th, it's time for football. I mean, as soon as Texas Independence Day passes, I'm thinking, man, when are we strapping it back up here?
But in their 2 seasons, there's football and there's spring football. Yeah, so that's what we like to do.
So have you, did Dabble Sweetie chastise you? Are you going to have a spring game?
We're having a spring game. The Grayling spring game will still go on. So we're old school and get everybody back. It's going to be a big weekend there at the end of April. Got a lot going on. Got a big golf tournament, first annual golf tournament. We'll get some alums back for that. A big night with the pros the night before. We got all 3 of our NFL guys coming back. John Franklin Myers, B.J. Thompson, and then Xavier Gibson. So going to have a big dinner with all the Lumberjack faithful there at Homer Rice. Come out and eat on the turf. Not on the turf. You'll have a plate, but have a big to do there. Should be a fun night. And then the Grayling spring game the next day at 4 o'clock on April 26th.
So there you go. Last weekend of April, Lumberjacks will wrap up spring practice talk. Have you guys started? Did you get a weekend before spring break, or you wait till after?
No, we'll wait a full week after. We'll start there about 10 days after spring break ends, and I just believe in doing things late. It gives us more time to really focus on off season, and we're really crushing it in the weight room, trying to build some of those 100 pounds. Get bigger, not in the sense you and I are bigger, but but different.
Last week we had the track coach here, and he was talking about asking about dietary stuff with his guys and what his people eat. you know, the loading carbs. I've been loading carbs for 60 years. I have been putting on some hurt weight for a long time. Unfortunately, I just don't hurt people.
There's the Atkins diet, the carnivore diet, all kinds of. I'm gonna be a big coach now. So it has worked well for me.
So talk a little bit about health-wise. You got is your quarterback in the coaching spring?
Woo! He is slinging it around. It looks good right now. He is healthy and back from that collarbone injury. So I tell you what, it is 9-day difference from where we are right now on March the 5th from last year, March the 5th, just in terms of offense. Again, there was a change last spring with the offense coordinator. And you think about, we ended up 6th or 9th in scoring offense last year in the country. Well, our quarterback and the majority of our receivers, they didn't get here till June 1st. And so we were able to do a lot of, I think, good work there in a short amount of time. And just like, for the first time in 4 years, we've been able to retain both coordinators. And that's tough. Turning over, you're always going to turn over players. When you turn over coordinators, there's a whole other element to that in terms of reteaching a new scheme, and it's just tough. And so you saw our defense make some huge strides from, year one with Coach Moots in 2023 to last year, finished 6th in the country. And now I think you'll see the same thing offensively. And yet we had a pretty potent offense last year. So excited about what lies ahead with the talent on the field, the coaches we've been able to retain, and I think we're set up to have a pretty special fall season.
That's good. And it's one of those things that you mentioned. Coach Boots down in his 3rd year, and I think too the thing that can't be overlooked is your offensive coordinator. Again, we had a tremendous start to the year. I thought when people started putting the book, okay, this is what they're going to do here and there. He's got a year under his belt too, and knowing who he's going to play and how they're going to try to stop him. So hopefully that helps.
Yeah, it was brand new for him in a new league and everything else, and just adjusting. And again, we were number 1 in the nation until Sam went there, right? And so I thought even there, you look at that last 3 games and playing with Gavin Rutherford, who's very capable. He got there each and every week, and turned it up on ACU, and they went 2 rounds deep. And so I think with everybody back, and I don't want anybody to get too overly excited. We're still behind. That's what I tell them every day. Hey, this is the best we've looked on March the 5th, but we're still behind. There's teams out there that are a whole lot better than we are, and we got to go catch them. And trying to have that mentality and attitude as we hit those East Texas tough workouts and the weight room, and just the approach to spring ball and recruiting. I get after coaches too, so I think there's a hunger. We had a good year last year. We're 4 plays away from a great year, and I think there's a pretty strong hunger in our locker room within our program to have a great year.
And the retention of coaches and players is that's I think the key into getting over that hump and having a great year.
It is, and we've been able to, probably a little bit behind in that aspect, the NIL game, and we don't recruit with NIL, but we retain and reward, and we got a collective started this August. We got one of our board of directors here, Mr. Jim Morgan, and those guys have done a great job. And again, it's brand new, but we've been able to pass that and get some people excited that are helping, and that's exactly Sam Vidlak. The 3 best quarterbacks we saw last year: Sam, ACU, and UIW. ACU and UIW, greener grass. They moved on to FBS and getting big checks. Sam stayed, and he's married. He's got a 2-month-old baby. He's on full scholarship, but that scholarship doesn't buy diapers and Pampers and
there's not a Pampers lot within the scholarship.
That's right, and so that's where I think people kind of see the benefit of what NIL is here at this level. It's not. You drive through our parking lots, a bunch of old pickup trucks and used cars. It's not fancy.
And that's the coaching staff.
Exactly. So it goes to just helping guys, a couple $100 here and there, make ends meet as a college student, and retain and reward.
And that really is, I would hope that at some point here in the next 18 months, 2 years, whatnot, if they can kind of rein things in, that's the way that it was intended.
100%.
It was not intended to be the recruiting tool. Hey, you come play here, we'll give you $1 billion. It was you get here, and if you're playing and Joe Johnson Insurance wants to give you some money to be
on their
the
billboard
face of their business, then great.
You can buy
Good for you.
Buy a few. The thing is, most of our guys get money. It goes home. Their parents. Most of the guys I coach are from single parent homes. Usually their mom working 2 jobs. Well, guess what? She did that to get them through. Now she wants to come watch them play. Well, this allows our kids to send some money home. Hey, mom, here's $200 to come get you a hotel. Come to the game. Come see you play. And so that is exactly what you said. That's the intent of it. It's gotten away from us at the Power 5 level. Those guys, it's professional football. And the sooner they just call it that and move on, it's better. And they get their own set of problems. You got guys in the locker room, they're making, one guy's making 50 grand a month. He's mad because his he's making 60 grand a month, and I'm in front of him, and that's, I don't want those problems. We got good kids that still play the game for the right reasons. They're not playing for money. They're playing for the name on the front of the jersey, and so that's what's still fun about getting them going to work every day.
Yeah, that is the thing. Last year we talked about it, that how much you enjoyed being around this group of guys. And a lot of them are back, and that's what makes it enjoyable.
It is, and that's a learning curve for me and our staff as we, change is constant. It changes constant in business. It's a constant life, and you better adapt or die. And I think we've learned to do that. And just the way we hold the players accountable. We're not begging anybody to stay. And we've been very, very fortunate that guys have chose to stay. I think we've got great culture in the locker room, but I'm not walking around with my pins and needles. Oh my gosh, he looked like he was upset like he's leaving. Hey, if you don't want to be here, get gone. Because we got a great team, we got a great school, we got a great program, and so if somebody doesn't want to be here, I promise you, there's a line out the door and down the block of guys that do.
Yeah. And finding those guys and plugging them in, that's the whole key to it, and hopefully you do that. So spring practice starts after everybody returns from spring break, which is next week here at SFA, and then the spring game will be in late April. As again, there'll be lots. Check the SFA website. There'll be more information about that, about meeting the guys and the pros, and it sounds like fun. Talk a little bit about next fall of 25, and you open up at the University of Houston.
As Houston on August 28th, Thursday night, and so that'll be the big money game that we'll go and got to make sure that what's his name, Tillman Fertitta, got to make sure that check cashes. He should be good for it.
He should be. Is there a post-game meal included? Part of the bonus?
I hope so. I'll milk them for anything we can. So let's just get down there and compete. That'll be fun for us. We got a lot of alums in that area. It should be a lot going on with that game. They are what they are. You got to go get a paycheck to make ends meet. But you know what? It's a fun game to play. And our guys want to compete, want to show they can play at that level. We want to as coaches as well, and so that'll be a fun one. And then we go to Abilene Christian, and that'll the change in the schedule a little bit, thanks to Bill Belichick. Bill Belichick adjusted our schedule a few weeks ago because, long story short, he's playing TCU. They wanted more than 4 days, so to play Abilene to move this game because Bill Belichick's going to play on Monday Night Football. It's going to be his first game ever, and so that bumped our ACU game. Their ACU game back for TCU, so they switched with us, and so now here we go. At Houston, then to Abilene Christian, and then we open up at home week 3 against Silver Ross, a D2 school, and then we play 3 home games in a row, actually. Silver Ross, Cal Poly, and then they'll play Unis. So we get a great home slate, 6 home games. I really appreciate Dr. Weaver and my room putting that together. It's going to be it's going to be an exciting fall. I'm excited about it. I'm ready for it to be. We got work to do starting tomorrow. We're working right now. Still a lot of work to do in off-season, spring ball, recruiting, summer, and then we'll kick it off.
Talk a little bit about recruiting too, because as you said, it's an ever-changing world in all of college athletics. We'll talk a little bit about the recruiting, the off-season, and how that works.
Yeah, we signed a pretty good class. Only signed 4 bad players. So
at least you're honest.
I'm honest. There's 4 guys in that class that aren't going to be worth it.
In 26 years of college athletics, that was always my deal, because people would come up, well, did you sign some good ones? Nobody has ever signed a bad one.
We signed 4 bad ones. I'm just letting you know. I don't know who it is. There's going to be 4 guys in there that couldn't play dead in the Western, and so we'll figure that out. We'll still love on them and work on them getting better. But I think we did put together a good class. The real unknown right now is who gets to be part of the program. because in college sports right now, it's the house settlement coming down. Are you opting in? Are you opting out? You know, each year I've been here, we've carried about 135 to 40 players on our roster. Well, there's a good chance that if we are opted into this house settlement, we're going to go to 105. Well, there's a lot of good players that are on our roster, you know, that aren't going to necessarily have a lot in the fall. And I'm not looking forward to those conversations if they have to be had. It's, again, change is constant.
Change is constant, but that's a problem that a lot of people are going to have. There will be the last 20, 30 guys on a lot of rosters all over America that come on his first start and haven't had to play.
People don't realize this. When Kirby Smart got the job at Georgia, he had them create 2 more sports at Georgia for women, so he could add more players, and they carry they 2 platoons called Bloody Tuesday at their practices. They have 140 guys on that roster. Kirby Smart's going to have to change the way he does things. I think you'll see a lot of college coaches kind of look to run their programs like an NFL team. NFLs are limited on numbers, so we're not going to have the 2 platoon scout team. You know, you're not going to have it, but you're also not going to have that opportunity to develop those walk-ons, those partial scholarship guys, and that's the bread and butter of what small college football is all about. So it is a different, landscape.
It goes back 20 years ago. Tim Nickey, true walk-on, turned out to be.
Yeah, he walked on here instead of coming to Abilene Christian to play. I was recruiting.
Sorry.
Yes, he comes on and Dad Burn becomes an all-time sack leader at SFA. And do you know who his high school head coach was? Who? Chris Ross, our offensive coordinator. How about that for a little SFA football lore, Tim Nickey?
All one big circle.
It is a small world after all.
Yes, it is.
And through all that time, there's been Rob Myers.
There's been one constant.
Rob
Myers. The legendary Hall.
It was sand in the hourglass.
From almost 40 years.
We'll pour a little water in there, slow it down.
Trust me, brother, it's been slowed down.
Oh, baby. Well, good.
But, you know, with the little hands on the 8, big hands on the 12, so.
It's time.
It
It was fun.
Yeah, it was.
Glad you had everything working tonight, Rob.
Just in season. Next season we'll return.
Here.
Next time we do this will be in the fall. I look forward to seeing you then.
I'll be somewhere. We'll see you at some
We don't know if he's going to still continue.
Who knows?
He and I had that talk. Silene.
We'll do that. So that'll wrap it up here for the coaches show. As Lynn Bishop said, pay attention to the Lady Jacks next week. They're in Lake Charles. They'll try to win the South Conference tournament. If they do, when they do, they'll come back here. They'll have an announcement show here at Buffalo Wild Wings. Find out who they're going to play in the NCAA tournament. So Lynn Bishop and the Lady Jacks on the road next week in Lake Charles. Colby's got spring ball coming up right after spring break. Late April with the spring football game, the spring game, and don't forget baseball. Next week on the road, this coming weekend on the road at Lamar, and next week, midweek against Abilene Christian.
Like they're going to be announced on TV or something, like election show.
You nailed it.
Of who's going to be on the
Buffalo Wild Wings. We'll see you next year.
Next year.
Yeah! One more year.
Today, CBTX brings you the latest technology backed by personal customer service and cash financing this month. At Commercial Bank of Texas, banking is our business, but helping people succeed is our passion. It's time you experience banking in Texas. Stop by or give us a call today. You'll be glad you did. Discover the charm of the historic Lumberjack National Golf Course. Our 18-hole course is open to the public daily, and memberships are available. Enjoy our pristine year greens and comfortable state-of-the-art golf course. And if you need a venue, our event space is perfect for any occasion. East Texas golfers have loved this hidden gem since 1926, and today it's proudly run by a family of SFA alumni. Play for a day, play for a lifetime at Lumberjack National Golf Course.
As we sail into colder weather, get your HVAC system tuned for McWilliams Heating and Cooling Engine. Available 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. 7 days a week with no overtime fees to help with heating, cooling, plumbing, and generators. Visit callmcwilliams.com to schedule online. 936-209-1844.
beaten was the
This
show.
race to enjoy is easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Or Bud Light online today. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Lumberjacks and Landjacks never settle for second best. That's why Aqua is an official partner of SFA Athletics. We're connectivity experts, connecting fans with speeds up to 1 gig and 99.9% network reliability. And when you combine Optimum Internet and mobile, we'll connect you to big savings too. Sign up at Optimum.com or your local Optimum store. Optimum, local is big time. Terms subject to change. See Optimum.com for details.
Agility Insurance Service is the nation's premier FMO for regional and national life, accident, and health insurance companies. With more support from any other FMO, now is the time to become an agent with Agility. Agents are the backbone of your success. To be assured that you have all the resources you need to be successful, whether that is a bilingual support specialist or customizing targeted marketing material, we go to great lengths to ensure your success. Visit enrollinsurance.com to learn more. enrollinsurance.com. Agility Insurance is a proud partner of SFA Athletics.
You've been listening to the SFA Coaches Show, proudly presented by Buffalo Wild Wings. On the Lumberjacks Sports Network from Wire Field.